Thank you so much for having me here and letting me share something very meaningful, very relevant for the life that I have led until now, and something bigger than I hope by the time I'm done talking today, you all will take away with us. One line that I have been repeating for years to majority of the people that I have been meeting is, law is not justice. In 1997, when POSH Act, Prevention of Sexual Harassment Act 2013, was proposed in the parliament, majority of the people or most of the people thought that justice has happened. That was in 1997. Almost 16 or 17 years passed. In 2013, the bill became an act. Almost 16, 17 years. We again thought justice has happened. We are in 2023 right now, almost 10 years since the act was enacted. Since everybody got to know that now there is a law that takes care of ensuring the well-being, safety, dignity, continuity of career growth, opportunity of women associated with businesses, either as an employee, as a visitor, as a customer, in any category. But in 2023, which is almost 10 years now since the act has passed, justice still has not happened. So one more time, law is not justice. Today I want us to understand what does it take as we make justice happen. Who are the people who can make it happen? Are these the lawmakers who thought that now that we have created these acts in different categories, when we enact them, then the society should be able to take care of other things? That means that if it has been created to prohibit a certain behavior or encourage a positive behavior, then as soon as we have passed these 20, 30 or sometimes 100 pages of content, suddenly the society will change. Those things, those elements in our society will cease to exist. So that's definitely not the case. I'm standing here with the age of this law almost close to 26 years and still don't see the justice happening as of today. What it takes is, or are, 6 pillars which should exist for this to happen. So let's walk through them one by one. The first and foremost thing is for somebody to actually take accountability and ownership of making it happen. For people who are just reading things in the newspaper or watching the news bulletin telling us that from now onwards we have this and this to protect the rights of a specific segment of our society, it may be a little difficult because there is an invisibility out there for us. But when a piece of commandment is passed, who is going to execute it? Who is going to say that if ever things don't move, if ever this does not happen, I'm the one who you can hold accountable and responsible. You can come after me. You can ask me questions. I'll be the one to deliver. So we are talking about individuals or authorities who are accountable as well as responsible for making sure whatever is written on those pieces of paper are actually executed on the ground. Now I'll not talk about other aspects, but let's stay true to the POSH Act. Once again reminding everybody, it's Prevention of Sexual Harassment Act 2013. For this one, the ownership went to the Central Ministry, Ministry of Women and Child Development. From there, it has to be passed on to different state departments. Now the states are big. Sitting in one office, you can't do everything. Then it went to the district authorities. From district authorities, it then went to the talukas. the villages, the most rural segment of our country. So if I have to name some authorities, it would be the district officers, which could be our district collector or district magistrate or assistant district collector or assistant district magistrate. These are the existing positions. People are holding these positions already, but this is additional role that is given to them. That means somewhere from the Central Ministry of Women and Child Development, a notification needs to be issued that needs to go to all the state departments. And there is a different confusion, by the way. Not in all state departments you have a Department of Women and Child. In some states it's combined with social justice or social welfare. So the authorities are not really clearly titled as well. So sometimes when the letter goes, people in the office are wondering, is it under us? Is it something that we are supposed to be taking? And before you start wondering, there shouldn't be that much confusion. Please understand that with responsibilities, there's also an issue of funds that needs to be shared. The budget that gets allocated to each and every department now needs to be shared towards completing these responsibilities. The state department authorities are now going to appoint district level authorities. The district level authority is the most crucial element when it comes to this law. Because a district officer is supposed to not only ensure that all the employers, all the companies, all the businesses, be it organized or unorganized sector, they understand the legal mandate that they are supposed to be following. So imagine if you don't have the district officer, that district has no idea what they're supposed to be doing. If the district officer doesn't happen, there's another thing which is not happening. So every company which has 10 or more people should have an internal mechanism. It's an internal court that sits in every company, which allows easy access to justice for any grievance that a woman associated with a workplace needs to access or needs to reach out to if ever she experiences something which she is not supposed to be experiencing under this law. But for all those workplaces, all those offices where they have less than 10 people, the law is very thoughtful about it. So it said there should be a local level team which these women should be able to access. So we have both the verticals. You don't have to go to the court, you don't have to go to the police. You have an internal team and you have a team which is accessible to you at the district level. So that's why the law said, let's have nodal officers. Who are nodal officers? These are the people who are going from village to village, talukas to talukas, roaming around, doing their other duties, collecting insights from different villages and rural areas and bringing insights back to the district level authorities. If you don't have a nodal officer, I as a woman who is experiencing a misconduct, a harassment, and I would like to reach out to somebody who is actually appointed as per this law to fix things for me, to give me a recourse, to give me a relief, does not happen. Justice doesn't happen. Law has happened. Somewhere in some room it has happened, but for me, justice has not happened. Sorry. This is just about one level of authority, one level of accountability and responsibility that we are talking about. It took us almost 5 years to actually appoint all the district officers. So from 2013 till 2018 and even beyond, it was a piece of paper that needed to be given. The district officers also keep changing because it's a more of a position related appointment. So it's very difficult for you to tell me whether it's Pallavi Pareek or if it's Pallavi Sharma or if it's Pallavi Gupta or if it's Pallavi Maheshwari. You don't know who that person is going to be. It's a position that is getting assigned. So authorities, accountability, responsibilities is very important. This is your first pillar that needs to happen. Your second pillar. If I have been told that I am the district officer or I am the local committee person or I am the nodal officer, I need more than that piece of paper. I also need to know what exactly I am supposed to be doing. I need training. I need knowledge. I need to know how exactly I should be executing things. If you are telling me that I should be appointing local committee members, how should I go about finding them? How should I roll out the appointment? What's the process? So if you're leaving it for me to figure it out, it's going to take time. And it has taken time. When I have worked with district officers, when I have worked with nodal officers, there's so much ambiguity in the way this can be executed. We need processes to be set up. We need standardization. We need infrastructure. We think it should already be addressed, right? There is a district office, just go and put it there. It's actually not. It's not that easy. It's not right for us to assume that all these things will be put in place already. So we need them to be trained. We need them to know exactly what to do. After all, when you are a local committee or an internal committee, internal or inside or outside the organization, you are now a special court authority. So there are a lot of powers that are coming your way. What you do is very crucial in the hierarchy of our judiciary. The decisions that these committees take or make can be challenged only in the higher courts. So, such a crucial role, does it not require training? Does it not require sufficient coaching, hand-holding, and letting them know that this is how you're supposed to be executing it or performing your duties? That's the second pillar. Third pillar, I think that's the reason I actually got into this field, was because my journey with this law started with identifying and filling the need of this third pillar, which was expertise required to make this capacity or to build this capacity or to train the district officers or to put the processes in place or equip the local committee members with the required legal knowledge and procedural knowledge and behavioral knowledge of it. We have, as per the number says, more than 10 lakh companies registered. Right? These are just the registered. I'm just talking about companies registered. I'm not even going in the LLPs, I'm not going into the societies registered, the NGOs, educational institutions, and of course everything else that is happening in the unorganized sector. Let's just look at the 10 lakh companies which are registered. Where are the experts to guide them? When we look at an employer, when we look at the head of an organization, to be able to deliver on their duties, or when we look at the district authorities, to be able to complete the assignment which has been given to them, they need help. When it comes to the intersection of understanding this law, business scenarios, understanding the policy framework, on-ground issues, behavioral aspects, this is an expertise which is actually pretty rare. And I'm talking about expertise, right? Because when you want to have somebody guide you, you will look for an expert. You want to hear from somebody who can come and tell you how to do things right, so that you can rely on them. It's not easy. But the expertise in the ecosystem has to exist, because I can tell all of you right now that here you have the responsibility, these are your tasks, these are your roles, you have to fulfill them. If you have no idea how to go about doing it, either you will fumble, or you will scramble, or you will most probably end up doing more damage, which is also what is happening in some of the aspects when it comes to this particular law and its journey towards justice. So expertise was the, now we have the fourth one, which is awareness. It's very important for people for whom a specific provision has been created, for them to know that it is for them. Imagine just across the street, there's a very beautiful building, very nice looking, which has been opened up. You know that it has the state-of-art technology. It has, everyone has been raving about it. Everybody is coming and telling you, you should go there. But you don't know if they want you to come there. You don't know if it has been opened for you. You don't know when you should go there. You have no idea if it exists to serve you. So the beneficiaries and awareness amongst the beneficiaries is very crucial. And we are humans we are talking about, right? Do we have that? Not enough. And that is why, as recent as yesterday, either people are telling me, Pallavi, we don't really need this law, or we never really needed this, because where are the complaints? There aren't that many women who are complaining about it. So we didn't really need it. Go a little hand in hand. See, when you tell people that they are supposed to be implementing things in a certain way, they also have to know that you will be monitoring them. Be it the central, be it the state department, be it the employers, be it the district authorities, nodal officers, everybody. They need to know you're monitoring their performance. And it has to be data driven, by the way. And because that does not exist, even though we have the strictest of non-compliance consequence, which is cancellation of business license or some fine, the process has not been defined, and we still don't hear of any business which has gotten their business license cancelled because they are not compliant. So next time, when all of you get introduced to some new law that has been passed, I just want you to remember, it's been 26, 27 years. The age of Justice for Posh Act, it's still growing, it's still aging. So just take some time and see how it will come about. Thank you so much.